Well, she sells her company for money. Gone by traumatically. Penny stared at her. Slowly, her eyes widened as the realization finally penetrated her blonde curls. Penny whispered, "Oh my." But, Darlene sang in the church choir. She was our class, valedictorian. Koni dufisel matais. Banabating abin si, magen. Well, applied degree, honors degree to a much more lucrative market. And we have to stop her from taking you with her. Offer meal, ought her, moot go. Penny cried. She waiting for me in the lobby. She said she had a very nice vice president of sales who was looking for a fresh face. On the belotion. Tessa screamed toward the kitchen. Jules, get out here. We have an emergency. Jules emerged, holding a half-peeled potato. What's the matter? Did the sink back up again? Vashana to traumatile. Worse, Tessa said. Penny's friend Darlene is $100 call girl, and she's currently taking Penny to convention at the Miramar Hotel to introduce her to the vice president of sales. Quaiti. Hitven. Jules' potato fell to the floor, rolling under the refrigerator. Warning and biting ten. Jules gasped in. The girl Met, supposed to take to my mother's birthday dinner tomorrow. The one Mott told my mom was sweet, safe, and a lot like her. We same, Tessa said. Now, go get Barney. Car. We are going to the Miramar Hotel, and are getting to save Penny before she becomes a vice president. Personal assistant. The ballroom of the Miramar Hotel was a sea of gray suits, gold name tags, and the thick, blue haze of cigar smoke. A large banner hanging from the balcony read, Annual Convention of the West Coast Widget Association. Widgets are our world. Onshinitin traumatize. Jules and Tessa stood near the entrance, which was difficult, given that Jules was wearing a trench coat over his apron, and Tessa was holding a large potted fern she had taken from the lobby to use as a shield. Ochomaeten. Do you see her? Jules whispered, squinting through the smoke. Inti, no. Tessa said, moving the fern slightly to the left. There are too many men in bad suits. They all look like Barney's uncle. Quieting the solar rest. Who looked stunning was standing in a berline. In a backless gold dress, Penny was holding a glass of ginger ale, looking around the room with a mix of wonder and extreme confusion. Voice smooth and professional. The key to this business is the name tag. If a man has a gold name tag, it means he's chairman of the board. You ignore the silver ones. They read just regional managers, and they always want to talk about their lawns. Ein. Oh, gold is good, like the search for treasure. Osli Chudvem. That read Neymar. Who our Swakhammer approached them, holding 2 glasses of champagne. Poetry Maltaire. Swakhammer rumbled, his eyes locking onto Penny. Mod don't believe, Mod we've seen you at the widget panels. Are you in sales? Quatized. Oh no, Penny said, smiling sweetly. Mott met just here to help you relax, Mr. Jackhammer. Quite traumatized. Swackhammer. Darlene corrected quickly, shooting Penny a warning look. Wormat, oh nice.
Right.
Right, Penny said. And let me tell you, if you think widgets are exciting, you should see my grandmother's tractor. It has a double clutch transmission that will really turn your gears. Omiyadli. Swakhammer blinked, his champagne glasses wobbling. A tractor. Wasili. Yes, Penny said. And this blue, my grandmother says it's the only thing that keeps her going since her hip went out. Komaietains in haste. From behind a large decorative pillar, Jules and Tessa watched the interaction. Gumbi. Tessa. Jules hissed. We have to move. She is talking about the tractor. That's her opening move. In 5 minutes, she is going to explain the double clutch, and that guy is either going to buy a farm or call security. One ball. Let's go, Tessa said, dropping the fern into a nearby trash can. When ye in the calend, eventually. Salesman. Jules grabbed Penny's arm. Just as Swackhammer was beginning to explain his corporate structure. Onigaman. Who, Jules said, his voice deep and authoritative. But this young woman's shift is over. She is required back at the typing pool for an emergency dictionary consultation. Onten Yöningsendumite. Jules, what are you doing here? And why are you wearing your apron under your coat? Mine, Penny. Tessa said, grabbing her other arm. We going home now. Only tentlid, buddy. Wait a minute, Swackhammer said, stepping forward. Mott was just about to hear about the tractor's transmission. Mr. Jules yelled, pulling Penny toward the exit. The clutch is gone, exit. The clutch is gone. It is a complete mechanical failure, quit Leach. Darlene called out, running after them. What is going on here? Jules said, stopping in the lobby. Mott met sorry, but Penny is not cut out for the consulting business. She is too agricultural. Ruth made her expression, softening into a slight, amused smile. You think Mott was trying to recruit her? Ought you? Tessa asked, commentate traumatized. Mott was just trying to show her how boring these conventions are. So she did go back to her typing pool and stop complaining about her typings. Squeaks. Trust me, after 10 minutes of hearing about widgets, Penny was ready to run back to her typewriter. Off you read traumatized. Penny looked at her blue silk dress. It's true, Tessa. The men here are very nice, but they talk a lot about plastic washers. Motabi, not know. There were so many different sizes of washers. It made my head spin. On any taste. Jules let out, his shoulders sagging. Well, that is a remarkable relief. But, Darlene, what about my mother's birthday dinner tomorrow? Oh, Jules, Darlene said, patting his cheek. Mott met sorry, but, Mott, have a very important consultation in San Francisco tomorrow. A chairman of the board. He has a very large widget contract. Messer. She turned, her gold dress sparkling in the lobby lights. Give your mother my best. And tell her Mott think her son is a very sweet boy. Even if he does wear an apron to a hotel. Wombi. Chapter San Diego Shenanigans. On the IP. The blue and white belonging to Barney Wild. Rattled along the highway toward San Diego, like a tin can filled with marbles. Uncanny sure. Jules sat at the wheel, his eyes fixed on the road, white. In the passenger seat sat Penny, who was currently trying to read a map of Southern California upside down, on wall traumatized. In the back seat sat Tessa, surrounded by 3 large bags of fresh peaches, and a potted gardenia that was slowly losing its leaves to the draft from the window. On the liver quite traumatized. I still don't think this is a good idea. Your mother is going to find out. She may be nearsighted, but she's not deaf. Find out, Tessa, Jules said, his voice tight. Holistically, Hedvine instantly outer trompe you. Because she says they make her look like an owl. If Mott introduce you she as Dave and Penny as Tom, she just think Mott Vi finally found some sensible masculine roommates to keep me out of trouble. On a Jules, off Penny said, turning the map around. Mott don't look like a Tom. My hair is very curly, and my voice is very high. Onic in your lower register. Penny, Jules said. Like this. Hello, Mrs. Vance.